It's a Christmas miracle. Melissa Highsmith was abducted as a baby in 1971, and after a half-century of searching, she was finally reunited with her family. Talk about 1 in a million. And you won't believe how one of the nation's oldest missing person cases was solved. I'm Chris. Thanks for watching True Crime Recaps. This is the only channel bringing you all the crime in half the time. So you can binge them all and still get to sleep at a reasonable hour. And if that sounds good to you, it would mean a lot to us if you gave this a like and subscribe so you never miss a new recap. Now, on with the story. When Melissa Suzanne Highsmith was 22 months old, her mother went looking for a babysitter. Alta Apentanko was a single mother juggling a recent breakup and a new waitressing job. She had just moved to Fort Worth, Texas, and didn't have a lot of options for childcare. So she did the only thing she could think of. She put an ad in the newspaper looking for help. When a woman using the name Ruth Johnson called about her ad, Alta thought her prayers had been answered. Ruth told her she ran a daycare out of her home and she'd happily watch Melissa there. She arrived to pick up the little girl while Alta was at work. So her roommate handed her over to the smartly dressed woman. The would-be babysitter never returned. That was August 23rd, 1971. The police had little to no information to go on. Everything they knew about the mysterious Ruth Johnson was a lie. And since she was wearing white gloves when she picked up the baby, fingerprints weren't an option. For the next 51 years, her mother kept hoping for a miracle. In September 2022, she got one. Her daughter was alive and well, still living in Fort Worth under the name Melanie Walden, and she had no idea she'd been kidnapped as a baby until she got a strange Facebook message from a man claiming to be her long-lost father. In the years after Melissa went missing, Alta had 4 more children, but she never forgot her oldest. All the kids grew up hearing about their big sister. They even celebrated her birthday every year. Meanwhile, just 10 minutes away, Melanie Walden was struggling to overcome an abusive childhood that drove her to a life on the streets when she was only 15. As genealogy DNA went mainstream, Melanie's kids submitted their DNA to 23andMe. So did Melissa's biological father. And when he got a match to 3 grandchildren he didn't know he had, he knew a miracle had led their family back to his missing daughter. Melissa didn't believe it at first, and she figured, like anyone would, that she was the target of some kind of scam. But the birthmark on her back and the police-issued DNA test proved it was true. Melanie was actually Melissa Highsmith. Her next question was directed toward the woman that raised her. Did she know who she really was all this time? WFAA sat down with her to find out the answer to that question. According to the woman she'd been calling Mom, in 1972 she was approached by an older lady on the street who offered to sell her a baby girl for $500. The little girl was supposedly this woman's relative, but she couldn't take care of her any longer. And that was that. The statute of limitations for prosecuting a kidnapping expired when Melissa was 38, and the identity of the woman calling herself Ruth Johnson is unknown. For now, Melissa is focusing on getting to know her biological family, and her first order of business? Getting her name changed back to Melissa Highsmith. And that's your recap.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.
If you like getting all the crime in half the time, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a story.
We're here Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but don't go away. Catch up on more recaps right here, right now.
Until next time, take care.